So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes.
Hey, how y'all doing out there? I got some old crazy news for y'all. B Sure still haven't learned his lesson, even though he let everybody know that Diddy is the reason why he was in the hospital the first time. He came out, wrote a new memoir that's about to be coming out real soon, exposing things about Diddy, Kim Porter, while Diddy's on trial. Now it's looking like B Sure allegedly back up in the hospital. Me personally, I don't think Diddy had nothing to do with that. He came up in the 80s, and if you know like I know, it was a lot of people in the 80s doing things they ain't had no business doing. B Sure announces his memoir, Do You Believe Me Now?, exploring life, music, and ties to Diddy.
Our next guest was a New Jack Swing superstar in the 80s. Now, B Sure is using his second chance at life to fight for health equity.
After surviving a coma and liver transplant, he's an advocate pushing for real healthcare change. He's also exposing shocking truths about the music industry and recording artist Diddy in his upcoming tell-all, Do You Believe Me Now? It comes out this fall. B Sure, though, is joining us this morning. Good to see you.
So good to see you.
You look
as well.
good. You feeling good?
I am so blessed. We woke up this morning. We don't call it a comeback like LL says, right? Mm-hmm. This is updating my software. And I'm truly grateful to be here. And Roseanne.
Al, the last time you were here, you could barely walk up the step to sit down here. Barely.
You were my first interview with Cristal, right?
Yes.
When I was released from the hospital, and it was just, what an amazing journey it's been. You know, I figured, look, when you get lemons, make Arnold Palmer.
So what are you doing now? How are you getting the word out?
Well, you know, it's been an amazing journey. I get the call from my co-founder, Ms. Rachel Nordlinger. We started the Health Equity and Transplantation Coalition, and we are advocating in Congress, fighting for equal access to quality health care, just focused, and my focus, obviously, you know, standing in Congress and speaking in front of Congress, I've made it very clear. I am not here for the politics. I'm not here for the next election. I'm simply here to save lives of transplant patients. So, you know, so there's a focus there. We've had some success in Congress related to having people come across the aisle, because I made that clear. So this is a real life mission. There's no marketing in my life. Roseanne, this is the best time of my life.
I know. You look good.
This is not, you know, there's no hustle, there's no marketing, I'm living my truth, and it's time.
Even though he's saying he's not trying to capitalize off of being in the hospital, it seemed like he capitalizing off of being in the hospital. He got GoFundMe's, donations from the government. He getting other people liver transplants and things. He about to parlay this thing into $1 billion. Before you know it, he gonna have more money than Bill Gates, all because of his connection with Diddy and Kim Porter. And that's what lead people to believe that he probably had something to do with Kim Porter, and karma caught up to his ass.
So you were in that coma in 2022. You had the liver transplant, you had the tracheotomy, I mean, all that stuff that went on.
Multi-system organ failure.
Yeah,
Wow.
60.
Right. Have they figured out what happened yet?
We will.
No, I mean, have the doctors medically, like, what happened to you?
Yeah, what happened? So,
because you just collapsed, right?
Yeah, so, you know, just mysteriously out of the blue, you know, which we do talk about in the book.
Yes,
what that,
I want to get into that.
What that process is. But yeah, so it's been quite a journey. And as I said, you know, even as it relates to writing the book, I went through many, almost, you know, more than a decade of being scrutinized and clowned by law enforcement, them telling me, you need some help. Sex trafficking, really? What's wrong with you? No way, you know, just what, not realizing that they were also working for the situation.
Because you were hinting, saying,
posting,
yeah.
I get calls, take it down or else, so on and so forth.
But this is about Diddy, so let's be clear for everybody that doesn't know.
Diddy, who's about to, his trial's about to start. Yeah,
yes.
They're selecting.
So he admitting that he was running around snitching on Diddy before the trial even started. He was the one putting posts out there hinting that Diddy was sex trafficking and doing all different types of things. He wanted Diddy in jail before Diddy wound up going to jail. And in the process, people was calling him, telling him to cut it out. We all know what Diddy did to Al B. Sure. He took his woman away from him. His baby mama, his wife, the love of his life. You know that's a vendetta that's never gonna go away.
But you were on this train years ago.
Yes, many, many years ago, I posted some information that was, basically trying to save my life. And thank goodness to my ex, the wonderful Kim Porter, the late Kim Porter, who, kind of warned me all along the way to, just kind of watch your back, so on and so forth. And I didn't understand why.
Because of Diddy.
Basically.
Do you believe that she died of pneumonia?
Absolutely not.
Why? What evidence do you have?
She was in the best of health. We just saw each other prior to her passing. We were actually celebrating our son's new Netflix Christmas special, and she was doing just fine. In fact, we were all at the event together at Netflix in the lobby. Sean, myself, the children, all having a great time. And I'm, grabbing Sean like, what? And she's in the back going, stop,
So Kim Porter was warning Al B. Sure not to be touching all on Diddy because he had that cyanide all on him. He dangerous to the touch. But what was she doing with him then? You figure that's her baby daddy and everything, but it's plenty of women out there that don't deal with their baby daddies. I ain't trying to blame her for her demise. And why would he want to be hugging all over Diddy in the first place when they supposed to be sworn enemies? I know they trying to keep the peace and have a blended family, but in the book, they said that Al B. Sure and Diddy had an intimate relationship going on there. And maybe Kim Porter was trying to tell him to calm that down because she was jealous.
It was a really festive opportunity just for all of us to be together, because it's nothing like the circus that's out here. So it was a lot of the stuff, came to surprise, but a lot of the stuff will be revealed and that's why I thought it would be a good idea to finally tell my story. Every network came to me, participate and so on and so, but I said, listen, I have no interest in speaking about another man.
But you are in the book.
Yeah, right. But this, I will speak about where our paths cross and what's most relevant. It's something I've been trying to say for many, many years. And unfortunately, Roseanne, even with Sean being incarcerated, that's not a celebration. There's no celebration in it. First and foremost, there's way too much collateral damage, and in many, many ways. Many people's lives are affected. And in fact, a genre of music that I grew up in is ruined right now.
You blaming Diddy for that?
I'm blaming this entire industry and the way it's gone. And, there's no one person that's in charge, but this level and this magnitude of a story, of detriment, of diabolical, just heinous, whatever's really going on, it's unfortunate.
It sounds like Diddy got a fatal attraction on his hands. He love him one minute, hate him the next. He probably did a thin line between love and hate on Diddy. Put an orange in the stocking and whooped his own ass. He probably fell down the stairs on purpose and tried to blame it on Diddy. What type of love affair they got? He talk about it's a tragedy that Diddy in jail after he allegedly killed Kim Porter. He write a whole book about Diddy. Then he get on the news talking about how much he loved his man. Diddy need to file a restraining order on Al B. Sure. He obsessed.
Is Diddy suing you or threatening to sue you?
No.
No?
I have the truth.
But one thing is, you have volunteered to testify at the trial, correct?
Not as of yet. Actually, I was subpoenaed.
Okay.
So my attorneys worked something out. So I believe when the time is right, I'm going to discuss it with my attorneys.
But you're willing to?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, I am. And again, there's no, like I said, this is not marketing for me. I'm living this life. And
So
the
let me
only
ask-
reason I wanted to tell the story, Kurt, was very specifically because I was ignored. There was the most expensive PR campaign against me to shut me down. If you actually knew what they did to me, there was a bounty on my head. There was a bunch of stuff.
So do you think specifically then that Sean Diddy Combs or people affiliated with him did something to you that caused you to have multi-organ failure?
I believe this to be the case, yes. Absolutely.
Wow.
My first time saying it.
Are you concerned that he still has power outside of incarceration?
Remember, I'm the only one who spoke up, and I'm the only one left alive. So this is not about a scared thing, you know. It's just time to reveal the truth. I mean, it is what it is. I went through many, many years of scrutiny and being dragged face first on the concrete, you know, being called delusional and things of that nature. When I said sex trafficking and all the things that I said, because my job was not, listen, I don't want to take down your business if that's what you're doing. Just stay out of my backyard. Stay out of what I'm doing. I'm focused, you know. How did we start this, Kurt, from Mount Vernon, writing love songs, to a case, you know, arguably bigger than OJ, you know, in 2025. It doesn't make any sense. We're not supposed to be here. Like I said, there's no celebration in any of this.
It sounds like he just as dirty as Diddy, talking about we shouldn't be here. We supposed to be celebrating. We came up together, which is true. We all witnessed Uptown Records. That's where Diddy got his start. That's where B Sure was at. But they all in the same gang. He don't know if he want to be mad or happy about the situation.
Do you feel because you're not supposed to be here, that gives you the freedom to talk now? Because you survived?
Yes, I believe so. I believe so. Listen, my faith serves me so well. You know, I'm in prayer every single day, multiple times a day, just saying, you know, just let's get this right. And when you think about it, for me, I don't even wish him harm. I don't wish him, you know, I don't want to be here. I would love for us to all be, you know, riding in the sunset. We sold millions of records. We've affected the culture. We celebrated our genre of music that we came from, hip hop. You know, this is supposed to be a celebration. This shouldn't be a national court case. So there's no anger with me. I don't produce anger, jealousy. That just doesn't come from me.
Listen, I can't wait to read the new memoir. It's called Do You Believe Me Now? It's out September 9th. But in the meantime, if people want to know more about transplants and organ donation, they can go to transplantsforall.com.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're doing such amazing work. You know, Live On New York, you know, we're partnering with transplant organizations who are really doing the work on the ground. You know, we have some interesting meetings. It's like, this has been such a godsend as it relates to, this is why I'm not angry at any individual. That's why we're here now. And I'm here to celebrate. I'm going to celebrate properly. And, you know, right now, the industry is corny. We need a reset. So this is the time for the great reset.
Keep turning those lemons into Arnold Palmer.
That's right.
As you like to say. I see you got your Knicks hat on.
Come on now, listen.
Can you afford tickets to those games? They're crazy right now.
Listen, the tickets are crazy, but I kept something in the shoebox. Listen, I'm from the era of Patrick Ewing, John Starks,
the last time they were
Charles
in the finals.
Oakley, right?
Yeah.
The last time they were, so I was on the floor then, and it's been a long time because there was this guy named Michael Jordan in the league.
Yeah.
But listen, these guys are doing their thing. Now imagine taking two in Boston.
Wow.
Do you know I'm from Boston?
Oh,
I was
We're
born
not
in
talking about that,
but I grew up in Mount
Knicks
Vernon.
We love you. We're so happy
thank you
that
so much.
we're
Thank
happy
you. Good to see you
you're healthy.
again.
So good to see you.
All right.
And I'm watching that football. You already know.
I'll be there, exactly. Stay healthy.
All right.
Man, I hope these rumors not true. Hopefully B Sure not back up in the hospital, because we seen him in critical condition. He was doing bad. He blamed it all on Diddy. But it's a possibility he wasn't living right, stressing over Kim Porter. But it's kind of funny how Kim Porter went out the same way. And I know she was in good health. She was a supermodel. Fruits and veggies. They only drink water for days at a time. She know about good health. Ain't no way she just dropped dead. The only way a model gonna drop dead is if they OD on some drugs. Now that type of stuff happened, but she made it to be an old woman. She got kids, grandkids and things. She wasn't trying to leave this earth. Rest in peace to Kim Porter. B Sure pulled through the first time. And he know the reason why he ended up in the hospital. So for him to still be talking, he must like that free Jell-O. They bringing in them cold ass dinners on that tray. He must like being up in the hospital, y'all. Somebody pray for B Sure. When he gonna learn his lesson? Diddy being in jail don't make it safe because he wasn't operating by himself. There's plenty of people pulling strings behind the scenes. Same thing with R. Kelly. Same thing with Jay-Z and Beyonce. They all guilty in the court of public opinion. But now that Diddy in court, they gonna be trying to drag more people in there. LB Sure need to watch his back. If he make it out the hospital, they could build the case up against him. He probably had hatred in his heart towards a whole lot of people, because when he got played out, he got played all the way out. And it was hard for him to make a comeback. Wasn't nobody gonna listen to LB Sure trying to be gangster. He get on the record singing about selling dope. That wouldn't have flew with nobody. He just had to end his whole musical career. Now he back with a coma career. I don't know how he made that happen. He capitalizing off of being hospitalized. And that's not a bad thing, because there's plenty of people out there doing bad, but everybody ain't got them same allegations. He said Diddy put him in a coma. He said Diddy the reason why he had heart failure, liver failure. Well, what the hell did Diddy do? Did he do it or Diddy didn't do it? Somebody gonna have to let me know in the comment section, because I'm all confused about this thing. And once again, I want to say, Kim Porter, baby girl, rest in peace. We love you to death. And for you people out there, make sure y'all do me a favor. Leave a comment in the comment section below. And one more thing before I go. Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want.
Subscribe to my channel if that's what you want. But if that's not what you like, then you must be a punk. Hold on now, here we go. Who is this girl? She got that junk in her trunk. Baby girl, back it up, poke out your rump. It's S.A.T that you want. And my music hit so hard, make you say